Hi guys, welcome to Truth in Life Tarot. In this video we are going to find out what advice you need to hear right now. So first I am going to shuffle the cards, get all the cards out on the table, and then we're going to talk about it. This first deck is the Herbcrafters Tarot with the green aventurine. The second deck is the Hoodoo Tarot with the orange calcite. Pile number 3 is the Psychic Tarot with the Desert Rose. And pile number 4 is the Healing Light Tarot with the Rose Quartz. Sorry guys, this keeps bumping. Okay. Alright, timestamps are going to be down below. Let's go. Okay, pile 1. This is your spread, and what a way to start off. Okay, so the first card that came out was the 9 of Cups, which is peach in this deck, and the second card to come out was the 7 of Wands, which is cinnamon, and the third card was the 10 of Swords, which is alfalfa, clarified by the 6 of Swords, 6 of Wands, and Ace of Swords respectively. And trying to make it look neat. For your clarifiers, for your oracle cards, you have full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches, new moon in Leo, confidence is your key to success, cardinal moon, be bold and make the first move, and full moon in Taurus, your dreams need a practical plan, communication, spiritual career, and this is a card from a deck that I made, but it's would you like a cup of marriage? What? Tea? From 101 Dalmatians. Love that scene. Okay, so it looks like you guys, I feel like the first thing I should start off with is that it's okay to move on from wherever you are right now. This 10 of Swords is not a bad thing, even though a lot of the 10 of Swords cards are depicted as kind of scary, like with the swords in the person's back. But in this case, it's alfalfa. The imagery is actually quite nice, and there's just a scythe in the background. And a scythe is about endings and new beginnings. A scythe can be interpreted as just endings as well, but it can be seen as both. And then for your clarifier, you had the Ace of Swords, so that is definitely the spark of a new idea. I feel like you guys have been hesitant to actually move forward with this idea. This isn't the Ace of Pentacles, it's the Ace of Swords, so I feel like you guys have been being kind of held back. But with the 9 of Cups clarified by the 6 of Swords, you guys don't really have much standing in your way. Once you begin on this journey, it's like the boat is going to lead you, like the boat that's usually depicted in the 6 of Swords is going to lead you to your 9 of Cups. But you actually have to have like a rebirth, like an ending and then a new beginning, and get on the boat, and you have to go there. You have to actually make the conscious decision to do it and then actually do it. And then right in the middle, you have the 7 of Wands, clarified by the 6 of Wands. So for some of you guys, there might be some opposition, even if the opposition is just in your head, but I feel like there could be some physical opposition as well. Maybe people are verbally telling you that something new that you want to start is actually a bad idea. Maybe people are telling you that you will not succeed. And the advice that you need to hear right now is that you know it's like deep down, you know that this is the path that you are supposed to be on. Yeah, I mean, even like the Seven of Wands is cinnamon. That's like that's like a symbol, like a correspondence of like good luck. So you guys are definitely on the right path, and I feel like you guys have been, it's like there's been like a cloud over you where you've had people or even yourself just holding you back from even starting, like even possibly even making plans for something that you want to do. So with all of your Moonology cards over here, these are all saying the same things that the tarot is saying, but it's urging you to make the plan with practicality. Make it so that it's not just something that's in your head or something that you kind of light a candle for. You have to actually work in the real world. And that's not to say that you guys haven't been doing that, because I feel like some of you definitely are. It's just not with the fire of Aries and Leo here. And then even with the cardinal move, be bold and make the first move. So you guys, I feel like a lot of you guys, even though you are further ahead than just the thinking process, you haven't actually made any official move yet. You're kind of like in that gray area where you already decided, yes, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. Maybe you told some people. Maybe you did some more research and you were about to act, but a lot of you, I feel you have not acted yet. And whatever you do, you have to remember to make whatever your plan is a realistic one, to make sure that you have all your ducks in a row so that when you finally get this train rolling, it goes and there's nothing stopping you. For your numerology cards, you have communication and spiritual career. So just like in the last reading, I think a lot of you guys might be getting into something that involves your intuition or just involves anything spiritual. And I feel like you might be afraid that you're not going to communicate your intuition or just communicate in the best way possible. I feel like a lot of you guys haven't had the best luck communicating, or at least you felt that way because the people you were communicating to kind of, what's the phrase? Chipped at your spirit. So I feel like that kind of weighed down on your self-esteem and it's making you hesitant. It's like you're right in that gray area. There's one more huge step you have to take, and it's going to be it's not just like one step and then you're there like boom, then you have everything that you wanted. It's that big step that you have to continue over and over and over and over again. And then for your last card, you have this 101 Dalmatians quote between Roger and Anita. So this could be taken in the romantic way, but another way that it can be taken, and the way I read it in this reading, is that your success will not be 100% predicted by you. So you may be predicting that you're going to get success in this way, and I feel like just kind of not completely out of the blue, but you might be slightly blindsided by the way your success actually comes to you, and it might be in a way that is totally different from how you originally imagined it. And let's see, do I have anything else for you, pile 1? No, you guys are on the ball. I wish you guys all the best of luck, and if you resonated with that, or if you like this reading, please give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hi Patu, those of you who chose the Orange Calcite and the Hoodoo Tarot, this is your reading. Okay, so the first card that came out for you guys was Temperance or Father Sims. Followed by the Daughter of Knives, which is the Knight of Swords in this deck, the Four of Swords, the Magician or Black Hermit, and then the Three of Swords. I just realized we have two Three of Swords. Okay. So you guys, and you have two Queens clarifying the Temperance card. You have the Queen of Pentacles as well as the Queen of Swords. So, wow, how appropriate over the Temperance card. Wow. So you guys, right now you're going, it looks like you're going through a lot and you're just kind of over it. Like you're just ready for that next step. I feel like there is something that you can do to kind of speed this process along, but it's painful, and so you're just kind of resting on it. Like you don't want to do all that for fear of what might come about. Like even with this Three of Knives, you can see the swords like in him. It's like the Ten of Swords imagery there. And for your Oracle cards, you have New Moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. South Node, don't let your past hold you back. Completion. And from my own deck that I made, it's just little index cards, we have Always from Severus Snape, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Beyond the Veil, which is also a Harry Potter reference, but it also has other meanings, or other significance rather, and then Just Do It. Yeah, this one kind of sums the whole reading up. But yeah, you guys, the advice the Spirit has for you guys is you can rest now, but the only thing, it's like you need to be the one to do this. You need to be the one to initiate this, as hard as it might seem. And a lot of you are being held back. And it's like this Knight of Swords energy where you just like kind of want to rush in and say what you need to say, or say what, not even like in like a sassy way or like a bossy way, just like kind of getting it off your chest, but you've been patiently just kind of waiting this out. And I feel like a lot of you don't really have, like you're not in a space right now to kind of express yourself in a way that is from a loving perspective, a loving position. And I think what this card is saying is that, especially with the always right below it, whatever is like kind of the core of the situation, you don't have to necessarily kind of just leave that behind. You can have your kind of loyalties, so to speak. You can have the things that are important to you, and you don't have to kind of take everything away and start all over. Another meaning of the Three of Swords, it's kind of just to realize your mistakes. It's like, okay, I have this heartbreak, I have this this kind of failure, and you have to work through it. It's a 3, but it's a very powerful card because it's a card that says, okay, this bad thing happened or is about to happen, and now I know that I need to start over. It's like that kind of thing. And for a lot of you, there are deeper issues that I feel like you not swept under the rug per se, but you haven't fully integrated it into when you think about the situation. Like, you know it's there, but it doesn't really factor in as much. And it is important to do it. Like, if you're gonna do it, follow through with it in a way where you will not have regrets. And above all else, just do it. Like, this is something that I can tell you have been resting on. I mean, you got two very opposite queens right over Temperance, and then clarifying the Knight of Swords, you have the Seven of Pentacles, which is a patience card. And then right next to that, look, she's just taking a nap. She's just resting on this. And you got the 2, 3 of Swords down here, and the Magician. So there's definitely something that you guys need to move past, and it isn't insurmountable. It's not something that needs to continue. It's something that you need to initiate, and you don't have to do it in a place or from a place of meanness or from a place of anger. The Temperance card is a call to balance. It's a call to I just love how this came out, because the Temperance card is usually in some decks it's like water and fire, and here you have the earth and air element. So it really is kind of I feel like it's a balancing out the chakras kind of thing. It's like making sure that everything is aligned, making sure that you don't really leave anything out either. It's like as you leave, as you grow past the situation, you have to make sure that nothing is like kind of left unsaid, or if it's something that you choose not to say, it should be the kind of thing that you will not regret in the future. Yeah, you guys, I don't even think I mentioned this. I think I just like completely skipped this completion card. So yeah, you guys are at the end of something here, and this is a call from Spirit to just do it. Alright, that is all I have for you, Pile 2. If you like this reading and if you resonated with it, please give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Those of you who chose this desert rose crystal, this is your reading. Okay, so starting off, we have the 8 of Swords, clarified by the 9 of Swords, and we have Truth, which is Judgment, clarified by the 6 of Pentacles. From the Moonology deck, we have the answers you need are coming, full moon in Gemini. We also have full moon in Scorpio, it's time to release negativity. And from the Numerology deck, we have spiritual career, completion, and adventure. It's interesting because spiritual career came out in pile 1 and completion came out in pile 2. So it's interesting that you have one from each pile before you there. And this last card is a card from a deck that I made, and it's happiness, from Pursuit of Happiness. Okay. So right now it looks like you guys are kind of swarmed in negativity. It's all around you. It's clouding your vision. It's not letting you kind of proceed at this time. I feel like a lot of you guys are actually trying to move away from something that you know wasn't healthy for you. It could be moving into a new environment altogether, getting a new house, moving out of your current house. And I feel like you guys haven't gotten that like kind of jolt. I feel like you're waiting on something. Like you're waiting on it's kind of like something drastic that will kind of shock you into being like, okay, now it's time for me to do this. Like you're waiting for some sort of catalyst, and you don't have to wait for that. You don't have to wait for shit to hit the wall, so to speak, for you to leave someplace or a situation where you are not safe, where you are not happy. I feel like this is something that is a part of your spiritual journey. It's something that you have to go through, and it's something that you have to make a choice in leaving. And I feel like also with this Judgment card clarified by the 6 of Pentacles, you guys know deep down that there's nothing wrong with you actually moving past this, even though it might seem like it's like your mind kind of makes you believe that there's something wrong with it. Or it could be society as well, making you kind of putting these thoughts in your head that if you leave this, you're wrong, like you should stick it through, blah blah blah. And not to say that there's like no merit in that kind of stuff whatsoever, but this is a call to kind of see past that and see how this is not fair to you. The truth is, this is not fair to you. The Judgment card is all about, it's kind of like not just the actual judgment, but it's about like kind of seeing like what lies, like I always look at it as like what lies beyond and what happened in the past. It's like you're examining all of it. And then it's clarified by the 6 of Pentacles, and that's all about giving and receiving. And in this context, things have not been equal to you. Things have not been fair to you. Things have not been balanced. He's even standing on like this giant scale, and then there's another scale there. Yeah. So you guys, you have completion and adventure as well. I feel like moving on from this for you guys really will be a pilgrimage, a journey, an adventure of some sort, because I feel like it's completely out of your comfort zone. Either you've never done something like this before, or you've never done it to this extent. Like this is definitely new to you in such a way where you don't feel comfortable just doing it. So the advice for this deck is to realize the truth of the situation you're in, like the entire, like all of it, and then kind of weigh the pros and the cons. And then you might find that you're in a place where you don't belong, and you've been there for a while. because both of these cards, this actually kind of looks like the Rider-Waite Nine of Swords card, where the person is up and they like kind of have their hands in their head and they're just like kind of trapped in their own mind. So it's interesting that you have two of those, even though it's technically two different cards. Yeah, the situation is not for you. Nope. And then I like how the last card that you got is happiness, from the Pursuit of Happiness. And I don't know if you guys have seen that movie or not. I'm not going to spoil it in case for some reason you have not seen this movie yet. But I'm just going to say that by the time you hear this word, it is kind of a pivotal point in the movie where if you weren't crying before that part, you were probably crying afterwards. Like, it's a pretty monumental word, and it had so much power when it was said. So you guys are really being held back from your own happiness. And as a side note, you might want to watch that movie. I feel like it'll be a good catharsis for you, whether you have seen it yet or not, because you would definitely cry, and then you'll probably not only will that like release some of this anxiety and negativity you're in, but you'll reevaluate your situation, and then I feel like you kind of take your own path. And I said path, not just because like the adventure card, but I think of the spiritual career card as well as kind of like a spiritual path as well, like kind of like your soul's journey type of thing. And then, so the answers you need are coming, full moon in Gemini. You guys, so this might be it for you guys. Like, this video might be it for you guys, something that starts, like, it kind of gets the train rolling and you start doing what you need to do to get out of your situation. I hope it is. I hope you guys don't wait any longer. You guys have been through some sugar honey iced tea. The answers you need are coming. So yeah, Gemini, what is it, Mercury, and there might be another planet associated with Gemini. I don't remember. But this is definitely thinking logically and searching for the truth. Like, the answers you need are coming. I think the reason why the answers you need are coming is because you were approaching it. Like, there's no way that you cannot see it from where you are right now. If not now, soon. So, wow. Yes, definitely pursue your happiness. Like, it's okay to choose you. Especially if things have not been fair. You have two cards that typically depict, well, no, the Justice card doesn't typically depict scales, but the Six of Pentacles definitely does. So you should definitely think about that and think about like where you are in this position and what you deserve. I think that's definitely what you guys need to hear right now. You deserve better than this. You deserve more. You deserve to be happy. So many cards about happiness and negativity. You got Trapped in Fear, which, I mean, these two are pretty much the same cards. And then these cards are similar as well. And then you have Time to Release Negativity and Happiness. Wow. So that is my advice for you, Pile 3. Pursue your happiness. Get out of this negativity. And I know that's easier said than done. But it takes a lot of reflection, and it takes a lot of being honest with what is going on and what you deserve, and above all else, know that it's okay to choose you. Alright, pile 3, if you resonated with that or if you like that reading, please give this video a thumbs up and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. Those of you who chose this rose quartz, this is your reading. Okay, so the first cards that came out for you are the King of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune reverse, and the Six of Pentacles. And for your oracle cards, you have Void of Course Moon, nothing will come of the situation. Gibbous Moon, you're very close to achieving your goal. North Node, step out of your comfort zone. Full Moon Eclipse, conclusions are within reach. Full Moon in Aquarius, show the world the real you. Supermoon, emotions are running high. Follow your dreams. And a card from my Handmade deck. Write about what disturbs you, particularly if it bothers no one else, from the movie The Help. Okay. So I feel like a lot of you guys have been kind of hesitant to manifest what you want. I feel like there's kind of this sense that you think that like there's too much, like you shouldn't want or ask for too much, even though you're not, like I don't get the sense that this is something that is undeserved, whatever you're asking for, whatever you're putting out to the universe. I don't think it's necessarily like kind of too far out there or undeserved, but I feel like that could be how you are feeling sometimes. And with this, nothing will come of this situation. I don't think that it means that you won't manifest what you want. I think what this card is saying is that you have to actually you have to put your all into it. Like you can't kind of want something, and maybe you do write about it, maybe you script, but in a way you kind of don't want it, like you think it's a bit too much, so it's not going to manifest the way you want it to, the way you really want it to, if you continue doing it in that way, if you continue trying to reach your goals in such a way where you don't really believe you deserve the outcome. And you're very close to achieving your goal and step out of your comfort zone. So for a lot of you guys, yeah, a lot of this is about kind of stepping out and doing something new. And a lot of you guys have not been comfortable doing like that. This is something completely new to you, and it's kind of scary, and that's okay. Yeah, a lot of times it could definitely be scary, but you gotta follow your dreams. And I like this card a lot because if you've ever seen the movie The Help, it is all about writing. It is all about expression. And throughout the movie, the main character is expressing something that no one wants to talk about, ever. Like, it was an uncomfortable subject. That's what the whole movie is about, but she kept writing about it. And I like the kind of idea behind write about what disturbs you, particularly if it bothers no one else, because there's a kind of it's the kind of thing that brings it to the surface. And sometimes I feel like people don't think about things in certain ways until it's like kind of put right in front of them. Like, no, this is actually what you're doing. Like, this is how terrible this is. You know, it's like that kind of energy. But for you guys definitely, I feel like you have, it's almost like something that needs to be released. Like, the thing that's holding you back, it definitely needs to be released first, and then I think the bigger step for you guys will actually be stepping out of your comfort zone and follow the path that you actually want to follow. The path that you know you can do, that you know you can bring to fruition. Even though right now it looks like things are not in your favor, or it feels like they're not in your favor because you have all these kind of mixed emotions, and it's like on one hand you want to do it, but then you kind of don't want to do it because it's a big new step. Because you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards pretty much telling you to just go for it. For a lot of you, it could be writing. I feel like it's just expression. It can be something that where expression is kind of like I guess like a perk. It's like if you have a new job, that's not a form of expression per se, but it can be like a kind of screw this, I'm better than a minimum wage job type of attitude. So in a way, it kind of is a form of expression. If you actually go for something that you really want, despite the fact that you didn't previously feel that you were worthy, or other people didn't feel like you were worthy. So with the Two of Cups, for some of you, this is in a kind of romantic or partnership context. And it's about being fair. It's about kind of, it's like that energy of getting what you want, but not necessarily leaving others high and dry. I feel like some of you might have actually been, like it's been uneven for you in the past. Because in this card, you have, so the man is giving the woman something, and you can see the scales are tilted. Like she has, like the scale that is more toward her is higher than the one for him. So things could have definitely been uneven in the past. But that's not what your goal is now. Your goal is something that's much bigger. And this is just a call to go for it. I feel like you guys have so much energy. Oh my gosh. It just feels like amazing. I feel like you guys have so much potential, and you just need to do it. You need to express yourself truly, particularly if it bothers no one else. Wow. And I feel like the Wheel of Fortune, even though when it's reversed, it's saying that like luck, it's like the wheel turns, you know, and sometimes it's down, sometimes it's up. But for you, it can easily be up. Like right now it's down pretty much because of choice, or because of like your, it's not all choice. Like there are like kind of barriers that you would have to go through, and you don't have control of literally every single thing. But you can turn this right side up. Wow, and even in the let me move this over. Even in this Two of Cups, you have the Lion there, so that's courage. Wow, 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 wow. You guys are right there. There's no warnings or anything in this reading. It's just right there. You have everything you need to just do it. And I'm actually glad I have a card that says just do it. I'm actually glad you didn't get that card, because this one is much more in depth and it kind of gets at the root of the problem. You're doing it because it needs to be done. You're doing it because it is who you are. Wow, guys. You guys are on a roll. Just keep going. Keep going. Pick up speed. Keep going. Alright, pile number 4. That was your reading. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.